Good morning and welcome to Motivational Monday with Brittany Watson, where I provide motivation, inspiration, and encouragement for your everyday life. This morning, I want to ask you to stop living above your means. Yes, stop living above your means. If you're like I used to be, you may be thinking, well, I make good money. I can afford this nice car. I can afford to live in this nice place. I can afford to buy the latest iPhone every time it comes out. I can afford these things because I make good money. Well, may not be the best use of your money. And this lesson, of course, took me a couple years to learn. My husband taught me this lesson and I was resistant all along the way. Before we got together, I was making good money. I was a manager at a banking call center. Thought I was hot stuff. I drove a red Infiniti G35 coupe with a sunroof, and I lived in a nice apartment. And so all of my money was going towards my bills. At the time, I was not spending, $100 or $200 on groceries every week. I was eating out or eating out with friends or going over a friend's house or eating at my parents' house, going out on dates. My money did not go towards groceries. And so when my husband and I got together, I noticed that we had a nice sized grocery bill. And so I quickly saw that all these bills I had accumulated were unnecessary and that I was actually living above my means. For me, I had the money, I had the budget to do it. However, it didn't allow for much else. I was able to save a very small amount versus a larger amount I could have saved if I wouldn't have had so much money going towards bills. And so again, my husband taught me this lesson and I was resistant and fought him all along the way. Now, of course, I realized how right he was. So I want to challenge you guys. Take a look at your bills, take a look at your income, and see where you can cut expenses. See where you can save more. It's realistic for you to be able to save up $10,000. Despite your income, despite your bills, despite all of that, you can actually create a plan to save a large amount of money over, an extended period of time. It's possible. And so to me personally, saving $10,000 just seemed ridiculous when my husband first told me that. Now I see how it's possible, even though we both have a reduced level of income compared to what we could be making. It's more possible now than it was back when I was living above my means. Funny how that works. Another good tip is to stop wearing your wealth. For all those who gotta have the latest Jordans, the Jordan 23s, the Jordan 5s, all those Jordans that come out that cost hundreds of dollars, that money could be better spent elsewhere. I know all the fancy clothes and the designer shoes, that money could be spent elsewhere. Now, if you're making $100,000 a year, by all means, boo-boo, go get them red bottoms. But if your salary is not quite there, I challenge you to stop wearing your wealth and start reinvesting that and reinvesting into your children, into your savings account, into something else more productive than your clothing and your attire. So just a little tip. So this morning is short and sweet. Just want to encourage you guys to kind of stop living above your means. If you're a parent taking care of grown kids, stop taking care of your grown children. It's one thing to help them out occasionally, but it's another thing to be their source of income on a monthly basis. Take that step back, take that money, reinvest it, reallocate it, invest it in yourself or save that money. So guys, stop living above your means and save whenever you can. Thanks for listening to Motivational Monday. Hope I see you guys next time. Remember, always be humble and always be kind.